Welcome to Simply Pi Maths.
Hi, this question was asked by a 10th standard student. This is related to coordinate geometry and a very simple question. Let's see how to find answers for this. So here the sum says to find k if b has a coordinate k comma minus 5 and c has a coordinate 1 comma 2 and slope of the line is 7. So to start with this sum, you should be basically aware of the formula for slope. Okay. So whenever 2 points are given to you, let's say point A is given to you, let's say it is x1 and y1. At the same time, point B is given to you, x2 and y2. And if I ask you, if I join this point A and point B by a line like this, then what is slope of this line? If this is a question in front of you, to find slope of the line, you have to use this formula. So the slope formula says y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So if you do this, you will automatically get the slope of this line. Okay. So y2 minus y1 is nothing else but this minus this, and then x2 minus x1 means this minus this. So in this case, if we see, similarly, we have 2 points, right? Here I had A and B, but in this question it is B and C. So here this should act as my x1, y1, and this should act as my x2, y2. And the slopes formula we know, but here the slopes value itself is given to us as 7. That means the answer we already know. So that means in the same formula, this slopes value, you know it is 7, you have to just put it over here. Y2, y1, x2, x1, you just have to put the corresponding values over here and just solve it. You will get the value of k. So let's see how to go with this. So first of all, to start with the solution, I will say let I will just name this b's coordinate, right? B's coordinate is what? K and minus 5. So I will name it as x1, y1. At the same time, the next C's coordinate, I will name it as, C's coordinate is what? 1 and 2, right? 1 and 2. I will name it as x2 comma y2. Then let's start with this. It says slope of the line is 7, correct? So let's say since slope of the line is 7, slope of line is 7, therefore what's the formula for slope that I told you right now? Slope's formula is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, correct? So you just have to put the values over here. What is slope? Slope is 7. What is y2, y1? So just look at here, y2, y1. It is 2 and minus 5. So let's put 2 and minus 5. And what I need to do with them? y2 minus y1, right? So I need to subtract them. So since there are a minus sign coming together, let me put a bracket. Then x2, x1. What is x2, x1? x2, x1. It is 1 and k. So I will just simply write 1 and k, and what I need to do? I need to subtract them, minus. And it is just a matter of simplification, right? Let's simplify this now. 7 is equals to, let me open this bracket. It will become 2 plus 5. K minus 1, I can't do anything. I will just leave it as it is. 2 plus 5 is what? 7, right? So I see a 7 over here, right? So I can cancel something. So let me just play smartly. What I will do is, I will send this denominator over here and I will send this 7 over here. I will just change their positions. So what will happen? 1 minus k will come here. 7 will stay there. This 7 will come down. I just change their positions. With this, I can cancel 7 and 7. And ultimately, I am left with what? I am left with 1 minus k is equals to 1. Correct? Now let's think how to solve this now. Simply, I will just send this 1 over here. So what will it become? It will become minus, right? So minus k is equals to 1. Plus 1 will come over here as minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. And here it is minus k. So usually one thing that you have to remember over here is, so let's say if I say minus k is equal to 3, then I can wrap up my final answer as what, k is equals to minus 3. So simply this minus will go over here. Okay. But in this case, here this side is not a number, like it's a number, but it is 0, right? So if this minus goes to 0, the minus will disappear. It will never become like minus 0, because there is nothing like minus 0, because 0 doesn't have any sign. So if you just send this minus over here, the minus will disappear and your answer will be k equal to 0. So that's what your question was, find the value of k, and we have found the value of k. So let's see the next question. It says find the value of k. So it's again almost similar to the previous sum, but this time it says PQ is parallel to RS. So one thing to understand over here, right? So let's say P is here and Q is here. So PQ. So when I say PQ, we are talking about this line. And when we say RS, so let's say R is here and S is here. So R and S. So this is RS. And as the question says, right, PQ is parallel to RS. That means these two lines are parallel to each other. So just give it a thought. If these lines are parallel to each other, then slope of these lines will be the same, right? So slope means what? How inclined this line is, right? Here both the lines are inclined in the same manner since they are parallel to each other. Hence slope of this line and slope of this line both will be the same. Okay, so that is the catch of this sum. So let's go with that. So let us first of all name everything. This is P, Q, R and S, right? So we'll have to name everything as x1, y1, x2, y2. So let me start the solution like this. So I will say let P, let me number it as P 2, 4 as x1, y1. Then what? Q. Q is 3, 6. Let me name it as x2, y2. Okay. So here with this, I can basically find the slope of this line, right? Slope of line PQ. So I will say, therefore, slope of line PQ is equals to, what's the formula for slope? We just saw right now. It is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So let's do a minus of both these numbers. Y2, y1 is 6 and 4. So 6 and 4, then a minus. And the next pair is x2, x1. That is 3 and 2. 3 and 2, then a minus. So this will be nothing else but 6 minus 4 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So 2 upon 1 is nothing else but 2. So I will just leave it over here. And then I will go to the next pair. So along with PQ, my next pair was RS, right? So let's do the same thing for RS as well. So here I go. So R and S is 3, 1 and 5, K, right? So let me just say, let R, what is R? It is, what is R? It is 3, 1, right? Let me just put it over here, 3, 1. And what is S? It is 5, K. Let me just put it over here. S is equals to 5, K. So here, since these are coordinates, that's the reason why we are putting 3, 3 lines, okay? So 3 and 1. So let me name it as x1, y1 and this as x2, y2. And let's start with the slope of this line. So I will say, therefore, slope of this line RS is nothing else but the same thing, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. And let's put y2, y1 first of all. Y2, y1 is k and 1. K, 1 and a minus. X2, x1. X2, x1 is 5 and 3. 5 and 3 and a minus. So k minus 1, I can't do anything. So it will remain k minus 1. But 5 minus 3 is how much? 5 minus 3 is 2, right? So this will become 2. But at the very beginning of this sum, it is already said what? It said that PQ is parallel to RS, right? That means these two slopes which I found right now, slope of PQ and slope of RS, both will be the same. So that means the answer of these should be the same, isn't it? So I will say the same. So I will say here, since slope of PQ, so let me just begin like this. Since PQ is parallel to RS, since they are parallel to each other, therefore what I can say? I can say slope of PQ and slope of RS will be equal. And I have both the values, slope of PQ and slope of RS. What is slope of PQ? Slope of PQ is somewhere over here. Slope of PQ is 2. So let me just put it over here. Slope of PQ is 2. And slope of RS, I just have it over here, k minus 1. So k minus 1 upon 2. And now it is just a matter of simplification. Let me send this 2 over here. 2 2s will become 4. So it will become 4 is equals to k minus 1. And I am concerned about k, right? I need k's value. So I will send this minus 1 over here. It will become plus 1. 4 plus 1 equals to k. So finally I have the value of k with me. K is nothing else but 4 plus 1, which is 5. And here you have your answer of k. If you too are a student of standard 10th and struggling with maths to find solution for such tricky questions, then join our community. Link is there in the description. Thank you.